Hi everyone, Happy New Year. It's time for our weekly zone cleaning episode. Hopefully you had a nice holiday and you don't have too much to clean up afterwards. If you feel like you can't get your zone cleaning done this week because you're going to be working on taking down your holiday decorations, I would count that as your zone cleaning because you're still getting a lot done. And usually when you wind up doing all that work cleaning up, putting away the holiday decorations, you're cleaning as you move things anyway. So I usually kind of tend to give myself a little bit of allowance for counting that things like that are out of the ordinary as my zone cleaning for the week. But if you have the time to do your zone cleaning, that's awesome. And I'm going to share with you what we have on our list for this week. So if you haven't listened before, these are weekly zone cleaning episodes, and it's pretty much just me telling you what's on the list for the week for the zones. So if you're not familiar with zone cleaning, it's part of the Fly Lady cleaning system. Your home is divided into 5 areas, and each week you work on deep cleaning tasks in that area of your home for that we're working in for that week. So you're kind of like focusing in on deep cleaning tasks in a certain area of your home so that throughout the month you're working throughout your entire home a little bit here and there. This doesn't include any of your regular like dishes, laundry, regular bathroom cleaning, stuff like that. This is just all those deep cleaning things that need to be done over the course of time. And by following the zone cleaning, you're working on them throughout the year so that you don't have to do any like major, like spring cleaning type cleaning days. So this week we are in zone 1. If you listened last week, we were in zone 4. We are skipping zone 5. Zone 5 unfortunately does get skipped sometimes just because of how the calendar falls and the fact that I only do this episode every Saturday. So what happens is I guess in like the Fly Lady calendar, zone 5 would maybe have like a shorter number of days. But unfortunately, because I do an episode once a week, I can't really necessarily follow that. So sometimes we have a zone 5, sometimes we don't. If you want to go back to do zone 5, I definitely have many zone 5 episodes you can go back and listen to if you wanted to hit zone 5 this week. But for this week, I'm doing zone 1. So zone 1 for the Fly Lady official, like the Fly Lady method, is the entrance to your home, the front porch, and the dining room. So for me, I have zone 1 identified as the living room because that is my entrance to my home is into my living room, and then my front porch. We don't have a dining room, so I don't include that. But if you do have a dining room, you might want to think of some things that you want to work on in that area if you wanted to follow the Fly Lady areas. So for the living room, what I have on my list is to dust the windowsills, to I don't know why I don't also have listed with that to clean the windows. That's kind of weird that I just had dust windowsills. I need to fix that because I would dust the windowsills, but then I would also clean the windows, the glass part, like with this Windex type thing, and then clean the windowsills inside the windowsill, and then like the little I forget, like like the little wood piece that sticks out if you have a window like that, to clean that also. Cleaning the switch plates, wiping down the walls, either spot cleaning or fully wiping them down, depending on how much time you have and what needs to be done. If you don't have a lot of time, obviously, maybe just take a look around and see if there's like a spot that maybe needs to be wiped off, like high touch areas. I have to straighten our coat closet. I actually do really need to redo that again. Before I had to do it because I had games that needed to be reorganized that were up in the top shelf. Those have actually been organized pretty well. We scaled down and got rid of a lot of games. But now we seem to have too many coats in there, where the coats are just kind of jammed together. And there's like just the right amount of hangers for the number of coats that are in there. So I feel like I need to pull all the coats out and kind of figure out like what we're wearing, and maybe some of them can be put away like more for like fall or spring or something like that. So maybe you might need to do that if you have a large family and a lot of coats that are jammed into one coat closet. We don't really have too much closet space in our house, so all of our coats are like kind of in one closet in the living room. I also have to clean our carpet. We have mostly hardwood floors, but we do have like an area rug in the living room. So I will need to, one of the things that's on my list is to I have like one of those like Bissell carpet cleaning machines, like the little one. It's like it's called like a little green clean machine or something like that. And you just kind of get on your hands and knees and like go up back and forth on the carpet with like this little handle. But it actually works really pretty good, and I definitely need to do that. I haven't done it in a while. By the way, I forgot to mention, the things on this list are not intended to be done all at once in one time around zone cleaning. If you have that amount of time, that's great. Of course, you could go ahead and do that, but the intention is not to accomplish all of these things that are on the list. I always want to make sure I mention that. This is just a list of things that can be done in these areas and that I have on my list to do. But the idea is to get a few done, and then the next time you get a few more done, and then you just keep going through each time you're in the zone, picking a few more of these things until you get them all done, and then you would start over again. So it's not like I'm cleaning the carpet every single month when it comes around to this zone 1. So let's see what else. Oh yeah, pull out the furniture and clean under it. That can be kind of a pain in the neck sometimes, especially if you have heavy furniture. But it's crazy like how quickly it can get dirty under there. So that definitely needs to be done. Wash the throw pillows. Wash throw blankets. I always say, like with the throw blankets, I usually just look to see what's laying around and that's what I'll wash. I don't, we have like a chest where we keep blankets in, and I don't like go through that and just kind of wash everything, because I figure the ones that are kind of in there for the most part aren't being used as much. Usually it's the ones that have been left out. So I'll just, whatever's currently left out is what I'll wash. And then I figure the next time around, different blankets, if those are being used, they'll be left out and I'll wash those. So I just kind of look around and see, what's kind of laying around on the couches, and I'll just throw those in the wash real quick. Wipe down the front door, especially like around the area, like the area around the handle and like that kind of side of the door where people wind up touching a lot. Dust the baseboards. A lot of times I always hear a tip to just pick like one baseboard because it's a big job, and it's usually on your hands and knees if you're like really wiping them off, and it can be kind of tiring. So maybe each time you come in this zone, you just want to pick like one baseboard and clean it while you're doing it, and then that way it's just, you do a little bit each time. Dust the hallway vent. We have like a vent to our heating and cooling system in our hallway. So the last time we did this, we used our vacuum. My husband actually did this with we have like one of those Dyson vacuums, and it has like the attachments, and he used like one of the attachments and sucked all the dust out, and it worked really well. So I'm going to do it that way next time. So just a tip, if you have like a vent like that you need to like suck the dust off of. I have to clean our storm door, just like with Windex or glass cleaner or whatever, just to get all the fingerprints off and stuff like that. Dust any pictures that we have in our living room, especially like along the top of them, and then even like on the bottom part of the windows, not the windowsill, of the picture frame that kind of sticks up, can kind of accumulate dust, like that bottom lip of the picture frame. And then dust any light fixtures you might have in the in your living room. I think I forgot to mention to dust furniture. That's obviously definitely a big one. I've tried to do that more frequently now, like with my regular weekly cleaning, because I definitely need to focus more on regular dusting. I think that's somewhere that I just kind of like slack on a little bit, so I'm trying to get better at doing that more often. But then you might want to do like a deeper cleaning. Maybe there's some spots you haven't really gotten to, or a little bit heavier dusting you could get done while you're working in that zone. So that's all I have for the living room. For the front porch, I have pulled some weeds. I won't really be doing that now because it's winter, and trim bushes. I won't be doing that either in the winter. I won't really be doing any outdoor yard work, but just sweeping down, looking if there's any cobwebs, sweeping off the porch. We have a light fixture out there that gets kind of like cobwebby, like spider webby kind of sometimes, or like bugs will like fly into it, stuff like that. So just like cleaning that off, making sure there's like no dead bugs or anything like that. And then spot cleaning the siding. So that's just the siding right around the front porch. not like doing your whole house. It's more just like focusing on the front porch area. So if you have anything like right around your front door that might need to be like wiped down or anything, just to kind of spot clean that so that it looks nice at the entrance to the home. So that's everything that I have on my zone 1 cleaning list. So like I said, the idea is just to pick a few of these things. The idea generally, like using the Fly Lady system, is to do 15 minutes a day in this zone. I do a longer amount of time on the weekend, as much time as I have, because I don't really have my day structured right now to do 15 minutes a day of zone cleaning. I would really like to get to that point, but I just kind of have other cleaning things and other work tasks and stuff like that that I do during the week. But you just want to do, you just want to take time and focus in the area. The whole idea about this plan is that you're kind of focused in one area and you're not overwhelmed with all the different things you could be working on. You just say, okay, this week it's this room, this is what I'm going to work on, and you just get as much done as you can. And don't worry about all the other things you haven't gotten done, because every little bit that you get done is making your home better and cleaner. And by doing these zone cleanings, you're keeping your house maintained better by just doing a little bit over time, where you don't have to do those massive like deep cleaning days. So those are just kind of reminders just to kind of keep in mind when you're doing this, not to get overwhelmed, and just kind of remember that every little bit that you're doing is making your home better. So that's it for today. I did want to mention, I have mentioned, if anyone has any tips on any things that you'd like me to add to these episodes that you do when you're in a certain zone, I will definitely add them to the list, so that you don't have to keep a list for yourself. That's kind of the idea of this episode, so that you don't have to keep a list. You can just listen each week and then think of it, hear the list and think of the things that you want to work on that week. So anyway, just reach out to me if you have any items you'd like me to add to the list, or to any of the zones, not just this one, of course. You can reach me at facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. I also have a private listeners group, which is at facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life. I check it every day, so if you want to submit a request to join, I will approve you pretty quickly. Also, don't forget to subscribe on whatever device you listen on. And then also, if you would like to leave me a review, it'd be much appreciated. Of course, a 5-star one would be really, really appreciated, because it's supposed to really help with the show being found in search results. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a really awesome day.